What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Origins group, or if you're watching this on YouTube, Collecting and Hobbies. Today we're going to do a review of the brand new figure from Wave 7, Buzz Off, the heroic spy in the sky. And they capitalized this in this. They didn't do that on the original, but for some reason they did it here. It says new for 22. Retro play, modern posing. And the comic book that comes with it is called Challenge Jiu-Jitsu. And we'll see that in a second. But that's the packaging. I got this at Target. I was the first in California to find them. Me and like two other people the same day. Twist into powerful battle positions. Buzz Off. Stratos. I got the whole wave. If you haven't seen that, check out my Facebook group called Masters of the Universe Origins Fan Club. He-Man, Sorceress. Come on, focus. Well, okay, so spread wings. The leader of Eternia's bee people in the Adrenids, I guess is how you say it, Buzz Off, uses his insect vision to keep an eye on Skeletor's evil plans. And there's three characters down there. You got Skeletor, Evil N, and Beastman. There you go. Try to zoom in on those. My camera's not working. It's not used to this lighting in here. I'm doing this in a different room. So, there we go. There you go. Now you can pause it, take a snapshot, get a nice HD, high definition shot of that. Now, check these out real quick. One last time, due for 22. So I got this on October 29th. That's when I found it. I just walked into my Target. I was looking at the WWE figures, and I backed up, and all of a sudden, I saw these dinosaurs, and these were sitting right next to them on an end cap. My Target, for some reason, got rid of the Origins placeholder, sort of, when they got the Revelation figures. Okay. So anyway, I went over these a little bit, tried to find the best paint job. I normally, sometimes I feel like I'm jinxed. Ooh, wow, look at this. That looks like a nice comic book. My Jitsu on his right eye, screen left. On the figure, his eye is a little bit too high outside of the white area of the regular eye. And there's basically the same thing you saw on the back of the package. And there's some bubbles. They talk in the English ones, but in the ones that aren't American or in English, they don't have any talking, only sound effects like boom, pow. And it comes to this. You can take his arms off, his head, his little visor. His feet come off, and you can detach the top from the bottom by his waist. So technically you can't take off the legs, but if you heat them up with water or a hair dryer, get the plastic nice and soft, you can normally pull them off no problem, and if you want to do that. But it's not made, not designed to do that without that kind of. That was crazy. I knocked over my camera. I was moving everything out of the way. Whoops. Okay, so I got to clip his rubber bands because I know he's rubber banded in. They all are. Here's his wings. So be careful with the knives. I know I was pulling that towards me. You're not supposed to do that, but here's his axe. Oh, wait. So this thing is sealed for some reason. It's okay, so you gotta rip it open to get it out. Normally they're not like that. They're normally taped closed together. So this is a battle axe of some sort, and he's got that big handle around it, just like the one from the 80s. So you can put it around his claw. I believe his claws were closed in the original figure, and these are open, but we'll see what he can do here in just a minute. Let me get him off. Oh, he's also rubber banded in. No, wait. Okay, so he's got these little tab things on the bottom. You need like fingernail clippers to clip those off normally. Or I'll just pull on it. If you pull on it hard enough, it'll normally just pop out. Alright, so I just grabbed him by the top and yanked him out. So his feet could no longer stay in there. And while I was doing that, his little helmet flew off. But this is different. Look how different that is. The original didn't have holes in it. He had little antennas, but they were just barely sticking up, I think. And yeah, so these actually fit through the holes, so it won't fall off. Thank you, Mattel. That's a good thing. It's a nice little upgrade. And here's the date stamp, 2/24. That's the day he was born. That's the day he was put into let's see. Sorry. Getting this camera to readjust it a little bit. Let's see the whole figure at once. 224th day, which is about late June or July. So these are fresh off the boat. It takes about 60 days to get them from China or wherever overseas to America. And a lot of people, this is the rare, I mean, they all ship one per case, but this is the one that everybody seems to be going for. He seems to be the hardest one to get. Him and the Sorceress. But, so he's pretty much an all-new sculpt. I think every part of him is new, except for possibly his upper half of his arms. But that's a very different head than the original. The original didn't have antennas sticking up like that. They're just little nubs. Here's the back. The design on the wings looks familiar. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it looks a lot alike. So hopefully you guys can see all this pretty good. The light in here isn't real bright. I opened the window and then it was too much sun, too much glare. But so if you have any of these figures, you pretty much know the articulation, but we'll go over it anyway. He's got a hinge to go back and forth with his foot, up and down. And he's got an ankle rocking pivot, like a forward facing pin for ankle pivot. So you can pivot it all the way around anywhere you want, 360. You can, because these are detachable like I showed before, swivel at the boot cut, swivel at the knee, bend at the knee. You can make him go up. Well, let's see. This is a different mold, so he can do the splits pretty much almost all the way. And he kicks, let's see, move his wings out of the way. He kicks back just a very tiny little bit. And he goes up quite a bit. But as far as like a kicking position, you know, just a regular kick, not a whole lot. All the figures are like that, unfortunately. They don't get a forward kick. But that's because of their squat. You know, it's the silhouette that they had when they were in the 80s. They all had this battle silhouette. Oh, okay. So I was wondering why his claw was facing that way so much. He's got a rotation. He can swivel and then he can go from side to side with the claws. He can bend his elbow up, bend his elbow all the way straight down. And of course, he can spin at the elbow. He can move up and down. And he can spin around all the way with his arm. And of course, he's got his wings, articulated wings. Go any way you want. It looks like you can probably pull them off. I'm not going to do that, but and it looks kind of like, yeah, so this piece right here is obviously a separate piece that plugs into the back, and you know why, because they're making Whiplash. That's the same thing they did with the originals. So the next time, this piece will be green, and it'll have a tail coming off of it. A rubber tail, probably, just like the 80s one. Because they're going to make them all. As long as these keep selling the way they do, they're going to make them all. And, of course, his head is on a ball, so you can swivel it all around. And this one was the better of the two that I found. They could have probably painted this just a tiny bit more, because you can kind of see the brown underneath. Yellow is one of those colors where you have to put a lot of coats, so especially if it's on a dark color, so you can make sure that it doesn't fade. Same with white, but I don't see any issues with him. This one seems to be perfect. And last, here's his little honeycomb. His little helmet, his eye vision thing. It doesn't actually cover his eyes though. But you see, we turn it over, shake it a little bit, it doesn't fall off like the old one did. So that's a good thing. Now all we got to do is try to so if you twist the claws, see, he could hold this technically like that. Now there's a brown paint on. No, wait, that's not brown paint. I don't think. I think this is molded this color. Hopefully. It should be, so it shouldn't any paint rub off. But he could hold it like this. Let's try his other hand. See, there is like a rounded point, so it looks like he should be able to hold it. Just got to get it all the way in there, I guess. There you go. Now you got a snap. So it actually snaps in. You just got to push it all the way in. Then you can put this around his claw so it doesn't fall off. You know, just move his claw a different direction, which would kind of make sense, I guess, if he's in battle. And yeah, so I will say the feet are a little bit loose. A lot of them are like that, but he can hold it. He looks good too. So in a way, he comes with 2 accessories and wings. You can spread these wings out, make him look like he's flying. I like this figure. I like it a lot more, probably more than the original, because, well, all of them are kind of in a way better than the original because they got all these extra articulation. The only difference is the originals, they had rubber bands in here, so you could move their feet or move their legs, which were just one solid molded piece, but you can move their legs like in every direction, and they got a lot better, you know, kick forward. That's my only complaint with any Origins figure, is they just don't kick forward. Now the females do, because they don't have all those extra muscles. So the mold kind of works against it. Maybe it'll change that in the future, or find a way to make it a little bit better. Hopefully. They did change the upper legs on the females to where the knees look more realistic and the thighs. So who knows? And if you haven't seen an Origins figure before, they do not have the, he would have been There's no power punch. There's no spring loaded anymore. The gimmick now is that you can use these for interchangeable parts with all the other Origins figures, kind of make your own figures, and also the Masters of the WWE Universe action figures. They detach in the same places, and their weapons are normally Masters of the Universe weapons and normally Masters of the Universe armor. So you can kind of, like, maybe if they haven't released a figure that you're looking for yet and they have that kind of armor on one of the Masters of the WWE Universe, then you can probably put it on one of these guys and mix match and make your own special kind of figure. And that's what it's all about now. It's customizing. Collectors especially love to customize. Kids love to pull things apart. So you pull them apart and mix and match and make all sorts of crazy little things. But I like this figure a lot. It's one of my favorites, actually. I was very surprised at how it turned out. He just looks and feels, he's a hefty figure. This one feels like it weighs a pound or something. When you pick him up, especially compared to like the Sorceress, it's hard to even tell that there's even a figure in the Sorceress package, because this guy is pretty chunky. And he's pretty much an all-new sculpt, so you're getting a lot of newness here. Yeah, so buzz off. Get him at Target. That's where they're showing up now. So far, they've been in Arizona and California. At least all of them confirmed have been in California, but I have heard rumors about Arizona. And so there it is. Masters of the Universe Origins Buzz Off. I highly recommend it. Go pick them up. They're $16.99 at Target. If you can find them at Walmart, they're $14.92. So there is a little bit of a price difference online. They go a lot of specialty stores that pre-order them. They're normally $18.99 or like $75 for a pack of the whole wave for the, all four of them. So if you can find them at Target, find them at Target. They're also running a 25% off sale right now. 25% off any one toy or book, children's book, whatever. And you have to have the Target app to do that, but you'll see signs in the Target aisle. But if you live in California, especially, from what I understood, when they scanned these, they came up where pretty much every store in the next 10 days in California is going to have these, if they haven't already got them. Some stores are getting 10 cases, some of them are getting 3, some are getting 4. So the distribution on these is way better than it used to be, because my store is getting 1 case like every couple months, and they got 4 cases of these where I was at, so I got the full wave. So check back for the next couple of figures. I don't know which one I'll do next. Probably, well, it doesn't matter. I'll probably do Jitsu last, because I might want to find another Jitsu before I review him, simply because the eye paint is not up to par on that, but I've seen other figures that have the same problem, so it might be kind of like a universal type thing. I don't think it is, but we'll see. They had 3 of them to pick from, and I picked the best one paint wise for the beard, for the armor. I was just so excited to see these for the first time since like January in the wild that I guess I forgot to look at the eyes, or I was looking at it in a glare and I didn't notice it. But we got Stratos, Sorceress, and Jitsu left to do in this wave, and I'll be back with another review very soon. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.